So, welcome to a brand new Webisode. I'm sticking with Webisode, by the way. I'm not calling them vlogs. They're Webisodes. Driving home, late, had a meeting today at work. Those are always fun. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. Some of them are fun, some of them aren't. Today we had a meeting at work, and it was about a zero tolerance policy. Now, what was funny about it being a zero tolerance policy is that it's not really a zero tolerance policy. Basically, there's the zero tolerance policy means we're going to investigate it, but there's zero tolerance that we won't investigate it. I think. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Not what I wanted to talk about today, though. Although it would make for interesting conversation. I kind of like my job. I want to talk about the ethnic studies, the Raza Studies. For anybody watching this that are not familiar with what I'm talking about, you need to Google John Ward, J-O-H-N, not like my name, J-O-N, John Ward. Raza Studies gives rise to racial hostility. So Raza Studies gives rise to racial hostility. If you just Google that title, you'll find the article if you want to know what the classes are really all about. Or you can go on by Arizona Daily Independent, and if you go searching through there, you can find, actually, if you go on that site and you Google TUSD or you search TUSD curriculum on that website, you'll be able to find the curriculum and you'll know just how biased, damaging, and anti-American, and how the courses are indoctrination, victimization courses. Okay. So today, actually less than 2 hours from now, Unidos, getting you up to speed, that is a group, I don't know, United something, blah, 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 blah. It's a group made up of students and former students, mostly kids, who have taken or are taking the ethnic studies, Mexican-American studies, Raza Studies course, who have essentially formed this club at the urging of the adults to push an agenda. Now, they're going to have a statement today in regards to the judge's ruling over former House Bill 2281 and and Superintendent Hoopenthal's decision to pull the funding from TUSD because they're in violation of that. I've said this before, but it needs to be said again. I actually feel really bad for these kids. They're not being given a fair hand. It is criminal, in my opinion, that the kids that are underage are being used by these adults the way that they are in the high schools. It really is sad. I have two boys of my own. I know how young and impressionable kids are, how they're looking for guidance and for acceptance and for to adults for leadership, and it's sad and it's pathetic and it's a travesty that these kids who are real bright kids are being used the way that they are. They're being taught one view of history, and they're being falsely taught that they are still being victimized through a racist white America, and it's just sad. We live on the greatest nation on the planet that's gone and has done wonders for minorities in this country. Regardless of your color, you can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it. And unfortunately, these kids are taught the only way they're going to succeed is if they view the world through this lens that they are being victimized. And you know, it's the undertone, and it's a part of this particular controversy that I probably don't cover enough. And it's really, really unfortunate that these kids aren't getting a chance to know the real history of the United States of America, the good and the bad, but aren't being given a fair shake because this course they could take instead of American history. And hopefully it's not too late for them once they remove these classes from TUSD and the kids have to take American history, and further generations locally won't be exposed to this class. They'll see the truth, and they'll realize what they were being taught was wrong, and they were being used to push an agenda. And I should probably, I'll be honest with you, I should probably focus on it enough because I really, really do feel bad. Now, obviously, these kids are bright enough to want to get involved and to try to enact change, but they're being used. And they are themselves being victimized, not by a racist white society, but by the very people that are teaching them this. And that's where the real travesty, those are the real losers in all this. Sure, the taxpayers are losers because we've had to fund this course through our tax dollars locally here in Tucson. But the real losers are the kids that aren't being given a fair chance and aren't being taught the truth. All right, thanks for watching. And I'm going to go home. Bye.